welcome to lesson 2.
First we're going to go over the bow grip quickly. So just check over each finger in turn. You want the pinky to be rounded and on top. You can tap it actually to make sure that it's rounded. You want each knuckle to be bent. Make sure that none of the knuckles in the pinky are straight. Now on the ring finger, you want the joint nearest the tip of the finger to contact the bow. On the middle finger, same, it's that joint. And then on the index finger, we have 3 bones, and you want the middle one to touch the top of the bow. And then you can gently bend your index finger around. And then we have the thumb. So you want the thumb to be bent, and we're going to turn the bow here to show you a different angle. Yep, good. And the thumb is contacting the stick and the frog. Bending it like a banana would be incorrect. You want it to bend out so that the whole hand has a naturally curved, rounded, soft shape. Okay? Great. So now we are going to do the exercises of lesson 2. Now for number 15, we're going to use a tiny amount of the bow, so about a half an inch. So, right? And we're going to go down bow. Down bow is always from the frog end towards the tip end. So show them a down bow of any length. Good. So that's down. And then up bow is tip towards frog. Okay, good. So now back to number 15, and we are going to use the tiniest amount of bow. Your goal here is to just find the string of the bow. Keep it there. Okay? Here we go. This should be painfully slow enough. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now roll it over to D. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Next is A string, roll it over, and 2, 3, 4. Nice short bow. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Roll it to E. 3, 4. Great. Okay, excellent. Now we're gonna have you count it. Okay? So now I'm gonna keep it actually at the same tempo, which was 58 beats per minute, and you're gonna count yourself off in time with the metronome, and you're gonna count as you play.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Down bow.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Great. 17 does require another person, but I'm just going to show you so you can reproduce this at home. So hold your violin up. Okay, now place the tip of your bow on the A string. Good. So now I'm going to hold this, and you're going to glide your hand up and down the bow to feel what a straight bow would feel like. Sorry, one sec. Okay. Let me get out of the way here. All right. Okay, and then it's important to maintain the contact points that you normally have during your bow grip. So keep that index finger in the same spot even on the way down. Yeah, see how high the wrist winds up getting? Okay, so that's something you can do for as long as you need. And it's kind of hard to hold it by yourself, but hopefully somebody else can hold it and keep it parallel to the bridge for you the whole time. Now we're on 18, and we're going to be using the upper half of the bow only. So that's from the middle to the tip. The hair goes to there. Okay? So don't use more or less. But I do want you to try to do these notes, which are half notes. And these notes are 2 beats long. So they're twice as long as the previous note that we just did. And I'm going to count it for you. And then you're going to count it. So let's do an example. So we're going to start about here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use up that whole half. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Good. Roll to A and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Roll to D. Make sure it's full 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. A little longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. So now I just want to show you how to do this 60-second bow. We're going to set our metronome to 60 because that's what a clock is at. And the first thing I want you to do is, your goal is to make a clear, bright tone. So we're going to use the A string for that. I want you to go as slowly as you can while still making a nice sound, a nice clear sound. Okay, so we'll count how many she gets to. Here we go. Cool, so she got about 16 and a half. For a clearer tone, you're going to find that for a very, very slow bow, you're going to want to edge in towards the bridge. You can think of it as going over you want to go slow over the bridge if you're driving. So try it one more time, and then basically every time you hear that you have a really bright, clear tone, in order to keep it, I recommend that you kind of pull in a little bit towards the bridge, just ever so slightly. Okay, here we go. She's going to try to beat that number. When she's done with down bow, she's going to go right for up bow. Okay, and then go right into up bow. She's going to try to beat it. 11, 12, 15, 16, 17. She's aiming for 22. Yeah, you did beat it. That was good. It's pretty hard, and your initial goal is 30. One day you may even reach 60. Though, no one's going to sound amazing at 60 beats per minute. 60 seconds on the bow. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to practice speeding up the bow. So the first thing we're going to do is 10 beats to the bow. So that means you're gonna do 5 on the bottom half, right? And 5 on the upper half, okay? So actually for now, why don't you do 5 and then stop and then do another 5. Ready?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start over. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So let's do it smooth now. So it's a 10 beat total, 5 on each half. Ready, go. And then switch when you're done smoothly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay, now let's speed it up to 8, so it's only 4 on the lower half and 4 on the upper half. Ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was really good. So you might need a little more practice on that, but it's practice well put in. All right, now on to 6 beats, so 3 and 3. Also, if you're a little bit more advanced, you can do this in a scale. So why don't you do it with a C natural? And you guys can keep doing an A, and then it will sound pretty together. Good, and you're gonna repeat this as many times as you need. 4 beats. 4 beats total. Since it's getting shorter, feel free to repeat it. So down, up, down, up. Great. So it looked like you've mentally divided it, right? So when you were going down bow, you knew that by here you had to be starting beat 3. So that was good because it was 1, was there, the 1 ended there, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, same thing, beat 3 starts here, 3, 4. Okay, using your whole bow is the hardest way to bow, and you don't always need your whole entire bow, but it's good to practice it. Okay, now 2 beats, getting difficult here. Feel free to repeat it. Really for each of these, you're going to repeat it as many times as you need until it sounds good and you're confident about it. To the hard one. So we're gonna do 1 beat, so a quarter note, and 1 rest. It's gonna go, you can go back to A if you want. It's gonna go A, rest, A, rest. Make sure not to cut that beat too short, so make sure to play for the full beat, but also don't go over into the second beat. Okay, now the really hard one, which is 1 beat with no rest. So it's just A, 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 A. This one's really hard, and it gets into a hard bowing technique called martelé, actually. It gets closer to it. A lot of practice, and you'll notice that she bowed here naturally because that's where the fast zone is. Now for most of your playing, you're going to play right in the middle, in between the bridge and the end of the fingerboard, because that'll be a medium speed that we're bowing. Okay, that's it for that one. Now we're going to do 20. Ready? Here we go. So I've done down bow, everything does. And this is just to give you a sense of how to bow quarter notes, which you're going to do a lot of. There's no set place that I want you to do it on the bow. You'll see how she does it, what feels natural to her for this speed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Okay, now on measures 3 and 4, you might notice that she sounds a little smoother than you. That's okay, you can work up to that. You might start with a very short bow, like this. Measure 3, short bow. That's okay too, okay? Good, so let's do 21. This is actually the same rhythm, it's just on the A string. Your goal is to not hit any other strings and to sound clear the whole time. Good. All right, 22, we got a new rhythm. We're on the G string. Now since 23 has half notes, which are 2 beats long, I'm going to make it a little faster. This is 23. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. There's no repeats written, but of course you're welcome to do them. So for 24, this is here so that you can practice doing consecutive quarter notes. Your goal is to use the same amount of bow on every note so that it sounds even. And I'm going to keep it a little speedy too right now. This is 69 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now roll it to D silently. 3, 4. Always look ahead. 3, 4. Roll to A. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And remember, you're always keeping the bow parallel to the bridge. Awesome. So if that's too hard at that speed, you can always go slower. But now you know how to do it. So thank you so much for watching and happy practicing.
See you next time.